Today's lesson is on measures of central tendency, otherwise known as the mean, median, and mode. Before we get into actually how to doing stuff with them, we will look at the definition. The mean is your average. Like when I try to find your average at school when you take tests and I add up all the grades. So to find this, I add up how many numbers there are and I divide by how many numbers. So I might not have seemed very straightforward. But let's say you have tests and you got a 2, a 3, and a 4 on it. So what I do, I would add 2 plus 3 plus 4, and I get 9. And since there were 3 numbers I added, 9 divided by 3 is 3. So the average grade of 2, 3, and 4 is 3. Okay, the mode is the most occurring number. There can be more than one mode, or there can be no mode. So looking at the numbers I just gave you, 2, 3, and 4, they're all the same. In this case, there is no mode. But if my numbers were 2, 2, 3, and 4, there's more 2's, so that is the mode. If I had numbers like 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, I have 2 2's, 2 3's, and a 4, the mode would be 2 and 3 because those are the same and they occur more than the 4. So we'll get into that as we do the practice problems. Now the median is pretty straightforward. It's the middle number. So list all the numbers that you have and find out which one is in the middle. Again, if I have 2, 3, and 4, there's 3 numbers. The number 3 is in between the 2 and the 4, so 3 would be the middle number. If there are 2 numbers in the middle, like if I had 1, 2, 3, and 4, the 2 and the 3 are both in the middle. So to figure that out, I have to find out what's in the middle of 2 and 3. And we know 2.5 is, and we do that mathematically by adding them. 2 plus 3 is 5. And we find out what half of 5 is, which is 2.5. But we're going to get to that, and we're going to have examples of each and every one of these in the rest of our slides. And if you have any trouble, come back to the spot that identifies how to do that particular part. Okay, looking at our first group of numbers. Here we are. We have a data set 4, 4, 3, 9, 11, 3, 4, 4, 7. Bunch of numbers. We can't do anything with the numbers until you put them in order. So I put all these numbers in order, smallest to biggest, and rewrote them over here. That's what you're going to need to do when you do these problems. We want to find the mean, which is the average, the median, the middle, and the mode, the most. The mode's the easiest one to do because it's obvious looking at this which one occurs the most. 4, 4, 4, 4. There's 4 of those. There's only 2 of these. There's 1 of those. So our most is obviously a 4 in this case. Most occurring is the mode. M-O, mode, most. Okay. The average, the mean, we add them all up. So 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 4 is 10, plus 4 is 14, plus 4 is 18, plus 4 is 22, plus 7 is 29, plus 9 is 38, and plus 11 is 49. So when I added those all up, I got 49. To complete the rest of the thing, we have 49 divided by 7 because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops. Divide it by 9. This one's not going to come out even, but it's good for us. Okay, so now we're going to divide. So how many 9s go into a 47? Well, 9 times 5 is 45. I got 4 left. I bring down a 0. How many 9s go into 40? Well, 4 gives me 36. 4, bring down a 0. If you look, 40, 40, it's going to keep being 4. So my answer is 5.4 with a line because it's 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Okay, when I do your homework with you, you're not going to have any that come out like this, I don't believe. I think they all come out with nice numbers or like 5.5, something like that. Okay, now our middle. We want to find out what number is in the middle. So there's 9 numbers here. So there's going to be an odd number, which will be in the middle. So I like to do this. Start with a beginning and an end. A beginning and an end, and keep trying to figure out what my median is by centering. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. That must be in the middle. So my median is 4. Okay, moving on to another one. Every problem is done like this. The only difference would be the numbers might get a little harder, or you might have 2 numbers in the middle here for a median, or you might have some different things going on with the mode. But we're going to look at this. Okay, now your next group of numbers, you have 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 3, 2. Put them in order, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, and 6. Let's look at our mode first. Okay, I have 1 of these, 2 of those, 1 of these, 2 of those, 1 of these. So not everything's the same. So there's more of these and more of these, and they tie for the most. So we have actually 2 modes, 3 and 5. Okay, if all the numbers were the same, like they were all 3s, then we would say there was no mode. But there is a difference between the numbers, just some of them happen to be more than others. So we have multiple modes. Okay, now our mean, we add them all up. 2 and 3 is 5, 3 is 8, 4 is 12, 17, 22, and 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers. So we add them up to 28 and we divide it by the 7 numbers. That looks lovely. How many 7s into 28? Well, 4 goes in there evenly. So the average is 4. The last thing is our median. And again, it's the middle number. And the middle would be like in there somewhere. So beginning, end, beginning, end, beginning, end, and we have a 4. The mean is 4, the median is 4, the mode is 3 and 5. Okay, usually these numbers are going to be fairly close to each other, unless you have something called an outlier, which you're going to see a little bit later on in statistics. Okay, our last problem is going to be very similar. We have a 4, a 3, 4, 3, 2, and an 8. Put them in order. I have 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, and 8. So we want to look at the mode. 2, a couple of these, a couple of those, and 1 of those. So we have, again, we have 2 modes. Those numbers occur more often than the others, and it's the same amount for both. The mean, the average, you add them all up. Then divide by however many numbers there are. So 2 and 3 is 5, and 3 is 8, 12, 16, and 8 more is 24. So I add them all up and get 24. Then I'm going to divide by however many numbers are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many 6s into a 24? Well, 4. So the mean is 4. Okay, the last thing is the median. Find out what's in the middle. So beginning, end, beginning, end. Ooh, I got 2 numbers. So my middle will be, what is in between those 2 numbers? What is in between 3 and 4? Most of you are going to... losing my voice. I need a Pepsi. Too much spaghetti tonight. So what's in the middle of a 3 and 4? Well, it's obviously 3.5. So the way you figure this out, 3 plus 4 is 7. So we can do this. 7. What is half of 7? 2 goes into 7 3 times, giving me 1. Bring down a 0. Decimal. 2 into 10, 5 times, 3.5 that way. So if you get 2 numbers in the middle, add them up, divide by 2, figure out what's in the middle. So your problems are going to just be like this. I highly recommend you write them down, and put them in order before you start doing them. If you don't put them in order, let's just go back here a little bit. No, actually, we'll stay here. 4, 3, 4, 3. So, actually, this one's not going to matter because let's just go back to this one. Let's find the median of this one and not put them in order. So if you mess up and don't put them in order, beginning, end, beginning, end, beginning, end, beginning, end, you would have that in the middle. 11 is not in between these numbers. It's obviously the biggest number there. There's no way that's the middle number. So make sure you put them in order, or you could do something goofy like this. So my advice is put them in order, get a sheet of paper, do exactly what I did. If you don't understand what you're doing or you're mixing up which is which, go back to here on my video and this and make sure you get it done. If you have any questions, give me, Miss Lib, or Miss Wilkins an email, and we will do our best to help you. Good luck.